I could eat Mexican every day. Man, whoo, I'm telling you, authentic. Rubber bubble my back. Most people be like, oh my God, my hair was falling out. My hair, it was falling out. No, it wasn't. Mine wasn't. Listen, I ain't have no health issues. I was feeling great. You know what else feels great? Slice of pizza. You know what else feels great? Chicken fingers.
For the first time in over 8 years, I'm going to be eating meat. This is honestly really hard to talk about, but my health is deteriorating. I posted a video a couple of weeks ago talking about how I've been living with chronic pain for almost an entire year now.
And I'm like, well, where is my clear skin? Where is my beautiful skin? They found out that I had sarcoidosis. The breathing test I did fail. It kind of looked more like asthma.
That was a long time ago. I'm not vegan anymore. People change. My values haven't really changed. I still believe that if you truly love animals, you wouldn't eat them.
But Alex's no longer vegan blog post is still up. I read it and I want to talk.
I really enjoy being vegan, but I'm not gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm plant-based here and then eat out like this. I eat what I want to eat when I want to eat.
It's what really does good for me and makes me feel good. And when I was on a vegan diet, I was very lethargic all the time. I had a lot of gastrointestinal issues. Is up to you and your decision. I just don't like the propaganda being pitched that is obviously of an agenda of...
To be honest, not being vegan anymore.
I used to be vegan, so maybe that's something we could talk about, and why I'm not vegan anymore.
Around my diet shifting and changing, and that for me looks like no longer being vegan. I have decided to incorporate fish and eggs into my diet.
This might not come as a shock to you, but I'm no longer a vegan. I used to be a vegan for 5 years. I started to go vegan because I saw videos.
And I did it for 7 years, but then all of a sudden I just started feeling like I was missing something. It just felt like my body needed something else.
I was seeing the videos when I first turned vegan about how a lot of deficiencies happen to people and their bones get to brittle and they start getting sick and their health started to decline while being vegan.
And I think once upon a time I was that crazy vegan. I think now though, I don't even think I can be called vegan. I think I would be more so plant-based.
I was vegan for 6 years and I was ready to die on that hill.
I was definitely one of those people that I was going to be vegan forever. Like there was no way I was ever going to stop being vegan. Until I would say the two main turning points were probably when we started struggling with infertility for the second time.
I'm no longer vegan after being vegan for 6 years, so let's talk about it. 2 years ago, I was dealing with some health issues, bad brain fog, adrenal fatigue, just a bunch of things were going wrong with my hormones. And a lot of people were messaging me saying that they felt the same way when they were a vegan, like they went years feeling really great and then they kind of just hit a point where it was no longer serving them.
I'm not vegan anymore and I'm about to tell you why.
Okay, so my name is Logan. I was vegan for 8 years.
I quit being a vegan. I'm adding brown sauce. Try and make the texture a little bit like scrambled tofu. So
I basically stopped being vegetarian at the beginning of quarantine because, well, I basically thought, shit, the world is ending. I might as well eat some chicken.
And I started eating meat again over a year ago, and here's my story why.
I was vegan for 8 years, and now I'm not. I say leaving because it really feels like you're leaving a piece of your identity and self behind. Returning to eating meat back in December of 2021 was a very difficult concept for me to grasp.
And that is essentially, I think it's a little weird to go eat at a restaurant that serves meat, for example, but then you order a vegan option. In my opinion, it just kind of felt like that cancels out being vegan. Like, why would I give my money to a restaurant if they're going to also use that money for like meat products, killing more animals?
For 13 years, and just this week I decided to stop being vegan and start including some animal products.
I was vegan for 8 years, and as of last month, I no longer am. I would ask people who told me they used to be vegan, what made you stop being vegan? If you went vegan for the animals, I don't know how you could go back. Being vegan for so long, at a young age, because I went vegan at like 14 or 15, I don't even think I realized some of the problems that I was having. Waking up and not having energy, I felt really fragile.
And I needed to go on a candide. This is exactly how I went from being a strict vegan for 5 years to mostly animal-based, and I have done carnivore. My gut ended up so broken that I couldn't digest anything. And it was really weird. I remember when I first ate meat, I was sitting opposite my friend, and he was like, just have some of my steak. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna have some of the steak. And I literally like bit the corner a bit, and I thought I was gonna get arrested. I thought that like I genuinely thought someone was gonna be like, what are you doing? You're the worst person in the world. Obviously no one cared.
I'm no longer vegan. I was vegan for 5 years. There was this girl that I was seeing at the time that was vegan, and she wouldn't date me unless I went vegan. I ended up getting chronic pancreatitis. Something my doctor said to me, are you sure it's not your vegan diet? And at the time, me being an ignorant vegan, I was like, no, of course it's not. I'm eating the healthiest diet there is. Like, you should know that. And for the past 2.5 months, I'm going to keep it short, I've been consuming meat, and I feel so good.
Being pitched off as vegan foods. But the hardest part was being a part of the community. The community of veganism, in my experience, has genuinely been people that are highfalutin, just actual pieces of human filth that love just having this moral sense of superiority. What I discovered in my life at a very early age, the only way to get somebody to agree with your point is to not insult and berate them about their own point.
I've been vegan for 10 years, but I recently decided that I want to start eating eggs.
I quit being vegan after 881 days because just a lot of things were just going wrong. I was feeling sick a lot of the time. I was having a lot of muscle aches, especially in my jaw area.